Who knew that picking up a pen, the journey would begin to healing? At the age of 13, I suffered one of the most pivotal losses of my life, the loss of my mother. And God knew what that could do to the trajectory of my life, what it could do to me. And so He decided to introduce me to the gift that is poetry. I wrote how I felt. I wrote about my fears. I wrote about my dreams. Sometimes I wrote through my tears, but I wrote. Little did I know that He had a whole slew of plans in mind for this pen. In 2012, I would face a pivotal loss again. This time, the loss of my father. It was different because now I was a mother. I was a wife. I had my own life. But still, the idea of being in the earth parentless added some unnecessary stress. I was a mess. And God said, all of those years of writing, notebook after notebook, sometimes on napkins, sometimes on my hand, depending on what I was going through. Well, daughter, I've got a different plan. Now, I want you to speak what's in your heart. I know you've been writing it for years and it's comfortable for you. Do this. There's healing in it, too. So I did. Open mic after open mic. He led me to a studio. And in there, I began to write. That produced a book and a CD by the same name. God had so many things planned, and I had no clue. And it all started with the pen. Fast forward, a couple of spoken word projects and a few books later, I stand today, still holding on to this pen. With the healing that I need in 2024, God's getting ready to do something else again. So, I will never despise the techniques that He uses to take care of me. After all, He did indeed give me the name that I go by, Simply Stacy. You see, when I started sharing poetry on the mic, I thought I had to do it like everybody else. You know, I had to come up with a brand and a name, and I had to really be able to show myself. But the truth is, this poetry that I do, I wish I could say I do it for you, but I do it for Him, because He knew that every word I wrote and every mic I grabbed was healing for me. He breathed life into my body every time He gave me bars to speak. And so, yes, I'm still writing. And I plan to write until my fingers don't work anymore. And when they stop, I'll keep speaking until my tongue says, we cannot continue to go forth. And then from there, I'll just let the words formulate in my mind. But yeah, who knew that picking up a pen, the journey to healing would begin? And that's that piece.